we're here at the Kawasaki stand with Martin Lambert, Press and Communications Manager for Kawasaki Motors UK. Martin, the headline bike for 2015 has to be the H2 and the H2R. Can you tell us a bit more about sort of the idea behind the bike and what the bike's all about?
With both bikes, H2 and H2R, it's a kind of statement. You know, what can Kawasaki do? What can we do that other people can't maybe? So within the Kawasaki group, of course, you've got a gas turbine division, so that starts to say, maybe we could make a supercharger. We've got an aerospace division, so you think, okay, we can do aerodynamic features that perhaps other people can't do. So it's a bike which shows everything that Kawasaki can do. So for the H2 and the H2R, we've designed and made the supercharger ourselves, totally in-house. Most of the technology is created in-house. So it's the best that we can show the world, and it has a halo effect. These bikes create a sort of light that cascades down on the rest of the range. So we are absolutely delighted that the media and the public just have hooked into this bike so much, and it's more or less stolen the show here.
So you've run the bike on the dyno today, and it's fair to say it's been probably the key attraction of the show. There's hundreds and hundreds of people crowding around. What's the idea really behind having it running and having it on display?
I think, well, it's a motorcycle show for a start. So, you know, why not have motorcycles running at the show? The sort of technology that Kawasaki does is hard-edged, hard-hitting, cutting-edge technology, and we're all about performance and personality. So for people to see a bike that's rated with full Kawasaki ram air at 326 horsepower, you know, they're getting up close and personal with a bike like that, and that's creating memories that will last for months and probably years to come. So for us, it's an essential component of being here.
It's quite stunning to listen to it as well. Now, over our shoulders, we've got the street version, the Ninja H2.
Yep.
How does that differ to the H2R, and are these available in the UK?
Both bikes are available to order. The Ninja H2, like you say, is the street version, which is rated around about 200 horsepower. So it's fully homologated for road use. Differences, not a lot of differences. So when you're buying an H2, you are buying into H2R technology. So the strength, the technology, the integrity of the whole machine is exactly the same as H2R. In terms of availability, H2Rs, we only got hold of a handful of those, and they were pretty much sold almost the day that we declared the bike was available. H2s have been selling extremely well as well. A lot of people have been putting deposits down, waiting for their machines to arrive. You're talking around about March, April next year when the first examples will start coming into the country. And to summarise it, I think we've been blown away by the sheer interest in this bike, and the fact that really before this show even, most of the product that we had allocated to us for 2015 had already been pre-sold.
There's quite a range of technology on this. Pick out your favourites.
My favourite technology, that's a really difficult thing because there is so much. Okay, from some of the features, some of the headline features, the bullet points if you like, the supercharger itself at full speed, the turbine is spinning at 140,000 RPM, which is almost impossible to imagine. On the down changes, the impeller spins so hard that you actually hear it break the speed of sound. It makes a twittering noise, which is breaking the speed of sound.
Quite synonymous with the turbo.
Exactly.
And there's a quick shifter, that's right.
There's a quick shifter for the up changes. It drinks 200 litres of air a second at full revs. I mean, if you put 200 litres of beer on this stand and looked at that and thought, could I drink that much? I don't think you could.
It quite simply is the jewel in the Kawasaki crown, right?
I think so, and I think that sort of technology, even some of the things like the trellis frame, but that actually a trellis frame appears on our Ninja 250 and Z250 single-cylinder bikes, which have been introduced for this year. So you can see that cascade effect, and somebody who's like 17 years old or whatever goes into a Kawasaki dealer to buy their first bike, they might have a poster of an H2 on their bedroom wall, but the bike that they can see and feel and touch and buy has the same sort of technology, so you can see that compares.
Great. Let's see what else you've got in the 2015 range in that case. All right, here we are with another 2015 model. It's the Z300. Martin, what's this one all about?
Z300 is an important bike for us because the Z range, or naked bikes as such, have become more and more popular in recent years. So it's nice for us to have entry-level bikes in that range. So the Z300 is joined by the Z250 SL, a single-cylinder bike for this year. So that augments that end of the range. Why is that important for Kawasaki? Well, for us as a manufacturer, it's important to bring people into the world of motorcycling, to attract new people. Also, of course, from our point of view, we want people to have their first powered two-wheeler as a Kawasaki. The brand loyalty for Kawasaki is enormous. So why not start them on that road, that what you might call ladder of opportunity? Z300 is based on the Ninja 300. So twin-cylinder, water-cooled, robust, durable engines, what you might almost call learner-proof, so nice solid engineering. Z, because of the naked styling, and it attracts people to that naked range of machines, which is becoming increasingly popular, not just in the UK, but across Europe. So it's a significant bike, and it adds more to our entry-level range.
And that makes it A2 license friendly, of course.
That's correct. We'd like to think that a lot of our machines are in that kind of class, so that all sorts of people, either people who are new to motorcycling or coming back to motorcycling, have a choice.
And tell us a few of the bullet points here with the Z300.
I suppose the headline feature of the Z300 is the styling. It's what's called Tsugumi Styling. We've used that in the Z1000 and the Z800. To kind of pare it down, Tsugumi means that the people that design the engine and the technology of the bike work alongside the people who are doing the styling. Nobody takes a step ahead of the other, so it's hand in hand. So on Z1000, on Z800, and now on Z300, you see integrated the technology, the performance, and the styling, so it acts as one. And that's unique to Kawasaki.
So how about the colour range options and price and availability on the Z300?
Well, you can see this one in this lovely grey matte finish, and then of course up there you can see that there is a green one, because we would have to make a lime green bike. With ABS it's 4,349, which is quite a good price, I think.
There we have it, the Naked Ninja. So another new model for 2015, we've got the Versys 1000 and 650. Here we are with the 1000, Martin. What's it all about?
Well, I suppose the key thing about the 1000 is that it's changed, it's been upgraded according to what the customers were asking for. We've got a model development department actually in Kawasaki Europe. They look at magazines, they look at websites such as yours, they talk to customers where customers meet. They ask them what they wanted from Versys 1000 and 650. For the 1000, there was a styling change requested. It was quite a distinctive style, but it wasn't the same as any other bike in the Kawasaki range, so the styling had to be attended to, but other practical features was what the customers were asking for. So Versys 1000, they asked for a centre stand, so that now comes as standard. The luggage mounting system is actually different for this year. It's what's called a clean mount system. That means the bike looks just as good with luggage off as luggage fitted. It's a one key system, so you use the same key for the fuel cap, for the ignition, as you do for the luggage. Also, people wanted to take more luggage, so this year for the first time you can have panniers and a top case. The handling, that was generally very well received, but the suspension, they wanted to see an upgrade. So for Versys 1000 and Versys 650, the suspension's been upgraded going into the 2015 model year. So a lot of subtle changes. I suppose the most dramatic one is the styling, and you can see that both bikes now have the same type of styling, and that carries across to bikes like perhaps ER6F. So in the showroom environment, you can see there's a much more cohesive feel to the bike. So technology upgraded, suspension upgraded, and styling upgraded. So ostensibly new machines for 2015.
Great, Martin, thanks for introducing us to the 2015 Kawasaki range. Good to see you. Cheers.
Absolute pleasure.